Roosendaal, Holland is almost on the Belgian border, and it's where everyone's gathered for the international rally called the Nacht van Achtmaal. Very famous rally in these parts. It's famed for some very special night off-road night stages. Depping and Peter Tool there, one of the favourites moving away. Theo Battenberg and Erwin Doctor in the beautiful four-wheel drive Calibre, expected to do well. And out on the flat terrain, huge crowds gathering to watch Depping and Peter Tool, Dutchman Van der Marel, and Belgian co-driver Keminada. Used to co-drive for Coen Vink, actually. And here we see Doctor and Battenberg in their four-wheel drive Calibre. Very impressive and beautifully turned out, as always. Now, another favourite is number 4, Eddy van den Hoorn, with Johan Vindhammer co-driving the Ford Escort Cosworth. They love it here. They're just about the right size and power. Coen Vink here with a new co-driver, Hans van Goor, used to be co-driven by Eddy van der Kemenado. Let's go on board with Hans Stacey and Mark van den Brand. You can hear his voice there in their Group N VR4.
Links 120 lang en rechts vol. En rechts vol bij bomen, laat inkomen. Rechts vol bij bomen, laat inkomen.
The only trouble with this part of the world is the ditches and dikes either side of the road. If you go off here, it's pretty much terminal unless you can get an army of volunteers to pull you back out again. But they're nice fast sections, and as you can see, changing from tarmac onto loose.
Links houden. 300, links 50. Links 50.
Bossen, co-driven by Alex Lutjijn in his Group A VR4, and Giel Bos really enjoying the drive in the 309 GTI 16 valve with Ton Hillen co-driving, and the leader of the Fiat Cinquecento Cup is Maurice Bergstein and Paul Burston, running the Cinquecento in all of these events as a sort of an event within an event. Now then, look at this. Used to be really fast. They've slowed it down using old skips, and the bigger vehicles can't even get round them, and you'll see this. It's quite ridiculous. The environmentalists have taken it to total extremes. And Erwin Doctor can't even get around sensibly, and a lot of the guys were having to reverse, do virtually a three-point turn. Here we go, reverse up. This is no way to run these stages of a rally. There'd also been a lot of trouble from the environmental lobby as well with regards to the farmers obstructing some of the country stages. So the Nacht van Achtmaal, not as happy an event as it has been in previous years. Off goes Giel Bos in the 309, and an indication of how slow these cars have to come down. This Gervan Krumpen there, and you're virtually getting street racing here where the cars are being closed right up with these false chicanes that you can't even drive around. Good racing for the spectators, though. Now then, Erwin Doctor is lying third, and he's got a thing or two to say about today. We're talking about the roadblocks. What do you think of them? And he says, they're absolutely disgusting, he said. It's hopeless. If they were spaced out a little better, it would mean that we could brake and then negotiate through them. Any damage to the car? Well, not really, he says. Now then, Jan van der Marel has been around a long time. What does he think of these roadblocks? Well, I think they're awful. He says the first time I went through, I had to reverse to get through. And the second time, I just got it a bit wrong and I hit one of the roadblocks. And of course, modern rally cars just don't have the sort of lock to enable you to negotiate obstacles like that. Anyway, back to the action. Third place, number 4, Eddy van den Hoorn and Johan Findhammer in their escorts. In second place, perfect weather, dry as a bone for the Nacht van Achtmaal. Second place currently Peter van Markstein and Hans van Beek in their escort Cosworth. And the leader at the moment, Erwin Doctor in the slightly damaged Calibra. Sounding beautiful and looking great. Leading Group N is Stacey in the VR4. And as the shadows start to get long, the night approaches, and that's the time when traditionally the Nacht van Achtmaal is coming into its own. Gielbos running fastest of the two-wheel drive boys as we move into the night. And good news for the German pairing of Dieter Depping and Tool. The 27 seconds they lost when they went off the first stage, they're starting to pick up, and they've moved into second place. That pushes Coen, Vink and the Legacy down to fourth. And Erwin Doctor's running currently in third position, having a bit of trouble keeping up with the pack at this stage. Still lacking a bit of power on the Calibra. That is not to be said for Eddy van der Hoorn, who is absolutely storming through, currently the leader through the night and having a very fast and enjoyable rally. Now then, what is wrong with Erwin Doctor's Calibra? Out comes all the technology.
Erwin Doctor, de Nacht van Achtmaal houdt in. Hoe gaat het nu?
And we're just asking him basically how he's getting on, but he's saying, it's fine, we're having a bit of trouble through the night, keeping up with the real fast runners up front, Depping and van der Hoorn. We're lacking a bit of power on these really fast stages.
Nee, daar ben ik te optimistisch. Ik probeer het wel, maar ik denk niet dat het zal lukken.
He said we prepared it well, but, you know, we just haven't got the power. Gielbos, as I said, is the fastest of the two-wheel drive boys, and he's having a good event. And still leading Group N is Stacey and the BR4. Into the surface comes Bos, and a chance to talk to him.
Giel, daarnet hadden jullie een beetje problemen met de elektronica, maar die zijn nu opgelost, geloof ik.
So we're saying, have you got some problems with electronics? Have you managed to cure them?
De auto loopt heel goed vol gas.
He said, well, you know, every time I try and give it full gas, it doesn't want to know. And we've been playing around with the wiring in the ignition. I pulled the plug out and put it back in again, and it seems to be going all right now, but...
Het is waarschijnlijk een klein zoekplaatje ergens in de bedrading. We hebben een stekker eraf getrokken en hij loopt nu goed vol gas.
So,
we laten het zo.
right, now he seems to be getting full gas when he asks for it. So, in the lead in the latter stages, Dieter Depping. And leading in Group N, Stacey. As he has been doing pretty much throughout the entire Nacht van Achtmaal. I love saying that. The Group A VR4 of Henke Vossen will finish 8th. And Gielbos will finish in 6th position. 5th position, Merkstein. Good drive by him. The escorts like this event, they really did. Coen, Vink ended up in 4th overall, with the Legacy going well. Erwin Doctor never really solved his problems and ended up in 3rd. Eddy van der Hoorn, 2nd place to him. Another escort going well. And the winner, the German pairing of Dieter Depping and Peter Tull. So that is the results of the Nacht van Achtmaal. Lots of controversy, and we wonder how it's going to be organised next year. So Dieter Depping goes away from here as the national champion. There's confirmation of the overall results.